What's up, guys? Welcome to Neek, which stands for Nerd/Geek. And I know when you clicked on this video, you're probably, what? Onward? That doesn't come out till next week. He's normally a week late, not a week early. But I went to an advanced screening for this. My first ever time, well, besides like when I was like 5 or something, we won like a contest to go to the Muppets movie one, like the new reboot Muppets movie. But this time they just happened to have like an advanced screening for Onward at the theater near us. It was only like one time, like in one theater, and it was a little more expensive, but you just paid for it like normal, and you went there. So cool. I was really glad because not only was I excited about this movie because, you know, I'm a big Pixar fan, and this one I was pretty excited about. Also, just the fact that I can get my review out early, and I'll get this movie review out like close to a week before it comes out. So that's just really cool. And yeah, let's get started. So starting off with the good, and I just love this world that they created with this, as it is set in a fantasy world that's kind of lost its magic. It's gone more to technology, and that's such a cool premise that we've never seen anything like that in Pixar movies. And I just love how Pixar takes these interesting premises and does great stuff with them. And this is one that's just really a great premise. And I'm like I love all these I love like fantasy movies and stuff like that. Like I'm a giant Lord of the Rings fan. So of course that automatically interests me, as it's just fun exploring this world. And then also you got to talk about the two brothers in it, Ian and Barley. Of course they're voiced by Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, and both of them do amazing jobs. They totally fit the characters that they're playing. They play them really well. But then also the just dynamic between them works so well. They feel like real brothers. They fight some, they get along sometimes, but overall they're brothers, and they still have that brotherly love. And of course, because I have a brother, that part really, like, I can tell that's kind of how real brothers are like. And the rest of the cast is really good. Of course, you got Octavia Spencer playing this character, and she was pretty great. And then you also have Julia Louise Dreyfus, and she plays the mom of the two brothers. But unlike what you would think about how she doesn't get sidelined, she actually goes on the journey too, on its own separate journey, which I'm glad they didn't kind of just sideline the mom of what you would think. And then also all the other people in it I thought were good. And just this story, it's a real personal story with lots of emotional moments. I thought, so the story in it is with the two brothers are trying to get their dad back for one day. And the director of this movie, dad died either like when he was really young and he doesn't remember him. So he's making this story about the wish he always had to spend one last day with his father. And that's just a really personal story, and you can feel how much he cares about it in this movie. And then yeah, this has they're even able to, as they go with the legs of the dad, they were able to communicate very well with the legs. With the dad's leg, you can kind of see the personality. You have the moments where they interact with people. It's funny how they use it, like they use a dog leash and all this stuff that I thought they handled the part with just having legs, which could seem like it could fail. Totally, it did not. And also, this movie can easily make you cry. I went to the movie with my sister, and she just was crying basically from the beginning all the way till the end. She just was crying the whole time. I don't really cry during movies that much, so I didn't cry, but I felt really like emotional and sad these moments. But it's not like bad crying. It's like good crying. Like that, the moments are like good that will make you cry. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. This movie is also pretty funny. There's of course, Barley, Chris Pratt's character, has lots of just moments. It's not as funny as some of the other Pixar movies, especially after having Toy Story 4, which is really funny. This one's a lot less funny, but I feel like the jokes that they do have all land. And then also the ending, like, surprises you. Like, it's not what I really expected. You can kind of tell a little bit that it's going that way, but like, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Of course, I'm not going to say it, but then what they do in the ending is different, but still satisfying. And any movie that can do that, like, I totally praise, where you can subvert our expectations, but still give us something satisfying. That's just amazing filmmaking. As we move on to the bad, I only really have like one complaint, and it's not too big, and it's on this actual adventure stuff. So they made it a mix of, as they're set in this world, such a world, it's a mix of our world and a fantasy world, and they're on this quest. So it's a mix of a road trip / like fantasy epic quest, which I think is a really cool idea. But the specific like challenges / like action scenes they do, I feel like don't really hit this the best, because it's either most of the scenes really go into stuff you'd happen in a road trip movie or stuff that would happen in a fantasy movie. I wanted to see like them kind of blend together in certain scenes that can then mix the fantasy and the road trip elements into like one scene. There's one scene where it does it, but I don't think it reaches its full potential of what it could be. But that's not a big complaint. I still like this movie overall, which is why I'm going to move on to my final score. So overall, I'm going to give it a 9.7 out of 10 in quality and a 10 out of 10 on the entertainment, as it keeps you entertained. The pacing's really well because it has the beginning, which feels like the right length before you go on the journey, and they spend the right time on the journey, and it's not too long, not too short, the perfect time, and you're just entertained throughout. So 9.7 out of 10 in quality, 10 out of 10 in entertainment. And I know quite a bit of people are skeptical about this movie for some reason. I thought the trailers looked good, but I would say go see it, go check it out. And lots of people aren't loving this as much as other Pixar movies, and as much as I'm kind of confused because I had a good experience, I can't understand it, because if you don't have a brother, that dynamic won't be as like big to you. It won't hit you as much because you don't know. And then also, a lot of this stuff is if you had someone you have like close to you that has died, that could also give it. But so the two like big emotional things aren't something that everyone can relate to. So I can see why some people don't like that as much, but I still had a really good time, and it seems like most people at least like this movie. So definitely go check it out. And yeah, that's my review for Onward. Please like and subscribe. You can comment down below if you're excited about Onward, what's your favorite Pixar movie, all that stuff, because I know the movie's not out yet. But when you see the movie, then you can comment what you thought about it. And yeah, keep watching Neek.